Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest calling from where are you doing this from, chatting from?
Yeah, right now I am in Italy because Kimberly, like every year, I go to Italy 2 or 3 times to enjoy my most important part in my life, my family.
Okay. And so he's calling from Italy, and I just wanted to also ask you about your past leading up into your present. What time is it over there, by the way?
Now is 6:05 p.m. where I am located. I'm in Napoli now.
Okay. Can we talk about your past, your extensive past leading up into your present?
Yeah, like how we chat before, my story, everything is coming from where I am right now in Napoli. I starting in a loving family with really two beautiful mother and father and all the Italian family, really how people they see in the film. But from really young age, I have this desire to becoming more the what I born and what I grow up. I grow up in nice family with normal economic status, but nothing special, and in the really complicated environment where you need to find a way or to study or a way to succeed to don't go in the opposite direction. And I have this desire every time in my life to be an entrepreneur and creative. I read from really young age, but my first step of my life bring me and give me a lot is I try to becoming a professional soccer where I leave my house at 14 years old until 17 years old.
You had
Try
a
to become,
tragic event happen, right?
yeah,
With the song.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Continue.
and at that time, I have this really big injury where I don't possible moving forward in my dream, Kimberly, and I need to find a way how succeed not only at that time. I want to succeed only for the money part because struggling at that time. My family possible support me in everything, but not in everything I want. And what's happening, I started to open one shop in the jewelry space, close the shop, go to sleep in the second floor without money. I take money from government over here, and after, I with the help of my father helped me in everything from really heavy stuff to paint the shop to give me everything. And he helped me, and I asked him 8,000 euro to moving because I make a mistake. I opened this shop in a wrong position. I don't have any more money. I have debt, but I believe in my dream. I believe I possible succeed with this shop. And what's happening, he give me this money. I'm moving the shop. I reopen in another location. I do different strategy of marketing. From over there, I open more than 20 shop. I make this company really successful, economic. Open another company in the same space, starting around 21, 22 years old to invest in real estate in Italy. And arrived to 2011 when my business started to slow down. My shop started to lose revenue. The real estate freezing in Italy, and I try every time in my life, like how I do right now, to find new opportunity. And to find new opportunity, I utilize really clear strategy. First of all, I research. Second of all, I grow in what I want to do. The third part, I do action. And the fourth, when I achieve what I want, I contribute to other people. And what's happening, I'm moving in Miami. I read one article. I see really the big distance from 2006, 2007, from 2011 for the price, because market crashed completely. And I take one flight, don't speak English, don't have any kind of connection, any kind of relationship, starting in the real estate over there, have a lot of sadness and difficulty initially. And from over there, I'm moving forward. I create a company in real estate, make more than 365 flipping plus. Now we are around 400 flipping. Create my portfolio of cash flow without any connection in United States, but I arrive with money and I bring in, people to invest over there. From over there,
How did you do that? How did you get people to invest? That's very hard to do. I
yeah,
forgot what it's called.
yeah, Kimberly, the reality, first of all, you need to add the value to people. This
Mhm.
is the main problem people they forgot. What does it mean? You don't possible find somebody for the first time and ask something, but you need the first of all give with the open heart, give with the clarity, the what you possible give to them, and add the value to them. And how I doing is this one. For example, I every time I wanna bring some external capital in some kind of investment. Now, normally I have my knowledge, my connection, my experience. People they believe in me is more easy. But initially, when I starting, it's really complicated because everybody they don't know what you do and they don't understand. First of all, what I do, I bring to them something so valuable what we and I explain to them with the number, with the story, the cost story around what I need to do. And in the case of real estate, it's really easy, Kimberly, because what's happening, number never lie. And when you give to them clarity, okay, you are invest certain amount of money, you possible have after certain amount of time certain plus amount of money where you are secure your investment with the property technically, they understand easily if they are businessmen and they don't possible lose. And this is how the reason why I believe real estate is the powerful force to bring your life at the next level. Because never forgot, Kimberly, in United States, I am so blessed, I'm so proud, I'm so grateful to United States, because United States, too, if you don't have money, but you have knowledge, you have experience, and you find opportunity for other people, you possible becoming wealth. But the key over here is add the value to other human being. And in real estate, how you add the value is how you create opportunity for them.
Okay. Um, and when you add the value, basically, you're adding the value, telling them, hey, look, this house is worth $200,000, but when it gets fixed up, it'll be worth 500,000, and then everybody can get their cut. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, like in the case of real estate, but normally when we speak about something small like a house, this is the relationship. But when you speak about some kind of project to develop, some kind other project or multifamily, big multifamily, you need explain really in the detail, really in the minimum part, really see the future, understand why you do this movement, and understand where is going the market. Means people they believe in something where you create the correct core story plus the correct data, the correct number. When you create these two combination, you will becoming unstoppable. Because think about something, Kimberly. If I coming from you and I will tell you in the next 3 5 years we will have big opportunity in the market of real estate where data coming, and I learned this from other multimillionaire investor, data will give already us a clear scenario where industrial real estate means warehouse, big space to put uh, material inside, they will becoming so valuable. And I will explain, I will create around this message a clear story, clear idea, and clear data why you will not invest. You will invest because you will have clarity in my message. This is what I do. When I bring investor, not every time I bring investor, because now, for example, for small thing like house, I have my own capital I create in my life, and only for the big investment, $1 million, I bring people on board, and they need have my similar characteristic, because I don't want problem. I want people add me after I add the value to them, add me value to me.
Tell me about a success story of your first house, the first one that you got everybody in on, and how much was it? And was it easy, moderate, or hard to do?
Yeah, I have a two really two one I remember with a lot of happiness. The first one in my life is one where in Italy, where I starting from zero and I started to invest in auction after I after I do one course like the Robert Kiyosaki course, but in Italian, something similar, where I learn how to do this kind of thing. And I remember, in this opportunity, I've been me and my father, where my father give me the small amount of deposit, and I explained to him, hey, with the number and everything, where I explained to him, hey, Dad, I will do like this because this number will working. I show him the comps, and he will realize. And plus, I take at that time the mortgage because in Italy at that time is possible. The auction characteristic in Italy is different from United States. At that time, I take the mortgage and I make the first deal after 3 months, 34,000 euro, something so different from the medium people make money over here. They over here make 20,000, 22, 24 maximum. Imagine in one deal. And the second one, I bring other people in the deal, is the one I do in Cape Coral in Florida, where after a couple of years, I try really difficulty to find opportunity because I don't have connection. My English is really bad at the time. I don't speak English technically, and I try to communicate. And what's happening through a connection to add the value to this person, how I add the value to this investor. I add the
It's
value at that time
English.
to my sincerity, to like friendship. And what's happening, I find this guy in one property when I driving around, where this guy with his father is from Canada. They invest a lot of in Cape Coral at that time, around 2012. 1 year after I arrive in Florida, and for almost 1 year and a half, really I don't make any kind of deal. I don't know how. I don't find opportunity really. In reality, the opportunity is around me. My knowledge, my knowledge about real estate is not enough to push me to the direction to make the first deal. What's happening? I find this guy, and he show me this opportunity with the number. I realize immediately, and I have two partners at that time where I explain to them, hey, I have this opportunity. This is the number. This is the comps. This is the location. Location. I remember this beautiful property in the water, on the water. At that time, we buy for 140,000, 130,000, and after 6 months, we make 140. Something so unique, like everybody happy, everybody. And from over there, I starting my understanding about real estate. And when you go through the fear, the first one, everything is becoming easy because you realize you have the capacity to moving forward. And from over there, I started to buy, put under contract, resell to other investor, and do this kind of thing many times. And becoming an expert now, I working every day in Miami-Dade auction, Broward, Palm Beach, and I have experience in this kind of market, and not only over there. And I find opportunity in the multifamily space wherever is coming, because I believe in the next 3 years, but soon we will see really good opportunity in the commercial space in real estate.
How did you connect with these connects? How was your research? Like, did you look them up online? Do you like what kind of real estate do you do, and um how did you find the connections?
The connection for people they invest, or the connection for find opportunity real estate?
The connections for people to invest.
Yeah, really easy. Like how I explained to you is this one. from really young age, my mind is set up to add the value to people and find better people. They know more respect to myself. And for example, I tell you something. When I grow up over here in Italy, and I started to create this chain of jewelry around me, I don't have this kind of connection. And I started to ask the correct question: how I possible find people they possible teach me something in business? What I do, because I am a PhD in international management in economy, in the same time I take my I do my business, I study. I ask I ask to university where I go to do create one document where I interview people and big entrepreneur from Italy. And this is my first step to create this kind of connection. One of these people I interview at that time becoming one of my best friend right now. What this means, I try to think about with my possibility how I possible add the value to them at that time, how I add the value to them. I interview them, they feel more important because at that time is no podcast, is no other kind of way how people they communicate. It's not like right now, and I add the value to them. I present to the university, and quindi they feel important because to the University of Partenopeo Napoli, I show their name and their capacity to be really somebody important. And from my sides, I create this connection where I every year, every month, I try to be in connection with them in some way, or I send a message, or I create relationship, or when it's their birthday, I send something to them. This relationship bring me after many years to be part of my networking. And in United States, I do the same. What's happening in United States, for example, when I arrive and I don't have any kind of connection, I need to find the place where my people they are located. At that time, I want to find investor more savvy of me. They have more experience of me in United States. Where I go in the place where investor they have reunion, where the investor they talking about opportunity. I go to meeting of business. I go in the correct restaurant where I find these people. And because I am naturally nice, but in general, I working with my capacity to create energy, I connect with these people. And when you connect, they see you are honest and you are transparent, and you bring some deal after you create relationship. If the deal makes sense for them, they will invest. Normally, I want to share with you something. Now for me it's more easy. Why? I create already my networking. Now, for example, I have one in Forbes over here. I have one editorial called American Now, where I interview billionaire and multimillionaire. And normally when I interview these people, I create really deeply connection. Why? Because, for example, in this case, I give them notoriety on this book. Forbes is not the last journal; it's the most important journal for entrepreneur and business people. And I create this connection. But if I need starting from zero, I have clarity how connect with the multimillionaire and billionaire. Go where they go, have the money to stay in the place they stay normally, and try to connect with them with sincerity, with appreciation, with understand how they make their success. Remember, people they obtain success, and this is I learned many times, they are people they want to share. Because I believe in something, Kimberly. We have poor people rude in the art and rich people rude in the art. But the difference is only one. When you have money, the money amplify wherever you are. If you are a bad human being and you don't have money, nobody see you because you are in the own your space, and you are not have this importance to be like see like a light. When you are good and you make money, if you are bad, your capacity to are non-nice human being amplify. In the same way, if you are good and nice, you will be really light for other people. The majority of people, rich people I met in my life, the majority, and this is the opposite of what other people they told, they are nice human being. They try to explain to you, don't feed you in your mouth, but give you their story, their capacity to think about. And if you are a smart human being, you take the maximum you possible take from them after you give.
So, 350 real estate transactions you have
Mhm.
done. Tell me, like, how many years did it take you to get 350 real estate transactions? That's very impressive. Hello? You kind of went
Now
out.
we are around 400 in yeah, you hear me?
You went out for a second. But what was you saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we like I do like from 2011. This is
Mhm.
related only to the flipping, and after I have like different kind of the investment related to cash flow, because I believe, Kimberly, in three way to make money in real estate. If you go in internet, if you go in the social media, if you go around, you will find a lot of information, good information and bad information. But supposedly, Kimberly, you starting from zero, you don't have money, you don't know anything, you don't know how starting the business is real estate. You have, some way to really starting the business of the real estate, and this I want to share with you. The first aspect for each kind of thing you want to do in life, like business, like real estate, like be a better human being in the 12 aspect of our life, because I believe to be healthy, rich and happy, like the name of my book, but where you are healthy, rich and happy in the 12 aspects: family, love, friendship, career, business, in all these aspects. But return to real estate, I want to share with you what I believe and what is my method, what I do technically every day. Now, supposedly you starting to invest in real estate. Now, if you invest in real estate and you don't have money, you have two options in United States, not everywhere. In United States is the most beautiful country to take the money. One is go to the money lender. There are people, they give you money with high interest, but they lend the money because they know you bring to them a deal. If something happening to the deal, they took the property and they make at the same time the money. Means when somebody like Armani lender give you the money is because they know you have a good opportunity. You don't need a good credit
But
score.
what is the chances? What is the chances of them just doing the deal themselves? Because you're taking a risk. This is a high risk thing.
Mm.
It's high risk because they can take their own money and invest into the real estate business, right?
Mhm. Yeah, but what's happening is this one. When you, in this case, how it's working is this one. You start, supposedly you starting from zero, okay? The first
Yes.
aspect so important is if you starting from zero, you don't possible have create cash flow or create other thing. You need to start to make money, okay? To generate this money, and after you make the money to the flipping, means buy, fix, and resell, to have this money to invest in the cash flow part. Okay, this is my method, how I doing. Now, when you find an opportunity of real estate, okay, in United States, you have two kind of people immediately you possible connect to receive the money without put zero money from your pocket. Zero. That's it. Nothing. One, they call hard money lender. People, private people or company, they lend the money with high interest, because they know you have a good opportunity, okay, where if you do what you need to do correctly without mistake, means buy the property, fix with the amount of money you are calculate and put in the market yourself, they will make the money because they will have interest on you, okay? And this is the first aspect. If you starting from zero, you possible starting without money real estate in United States. Means flipping is the first part. Flipping is like the most is the basic part to make money in real estate or in from single family or in the commercial, wherever is the case. After you starting to generate money means, okay, you do the first flipping, find opportunity, working with our money lender, make your first money. It's possible be 100K, 30,000, 40,000, whatever is the case. This money need to go to a separate account where you will put and you will utilize for property for cash flow, because the cash flow is the second pillar, the second leg you need to create to have stability in your life. Because if you something happening like right now, market is completely flat in United States or in Miami, wherever. If I don't have income every month, I don't possible live anymore, because the deal I do before in 1 month now take 6 months, 5 months. Meaning, first of all, do flipping without money. You don't need the money. The only you need knowledge to find opportunity. Yes, this you need to find. How you find opportunity? Through relationship with realtor, broker, agent, to send a letter, to speak with the people in different way, in different kind of strategy. And when you create the cash flow in your life, started to create the cash flow, this cash flow need to be something you completely forgot. Like it's something you deposit over there and something generate money every time. And the third one, the one I, arrive after many years, is to invest to in land, to be the possibility to have 10x in 3-5 years. How I do this? In the
Um,
way. Mhm.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
quick question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you being on my show. I have another show lined up, and I appreciate you being on my show. Can you tell the people, I'm sorry to cut you off, but can you tell the people how to reach you?
Yeah, they possible, ma'am, reach me through, first of all, I need the help to them to buy the book Healthy, Rich, and Happy, the book I see in my back, really important. Second of all, they is a really book where they know understand how becoming healthy, rich, and happy with real information correctly. And second one, they possible find the book through my website, Healthy, Rich, and Happy, and through my Instagram, Jacopo Iasiello Investor Broker.
Thank you so much for joining my show. Stay on the line for one quick second, just one
Thank you,
more
ma'am.
second. Thank you, everybody, for joining
Thank
my show. You take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.
Never waste my time. You are I want.